all to The Oil Educator. I'm Carrie Lynn, and I'll be your host for all these fun, fabulous short videos that we're going to do over various essential oils. So this is the first of a series that we're going to go through, and we're starting off with lavender. I chose lavender because most people, if not everyone, is familiar with lavender in some way, shape, or form. So we're going to talk about that. And if you're watching live, great, welcome. Please type a little message in the comments so I know that you're there, and as we go through, if you have any questions, type them in there as well. I am checking on my laptop, so you'll see me look over here every once in a while to see if there's anything that I need to answer while we're going through today's session. I promise not to keep you very long, but I can get long-winded, so I'll try not to talk too much. Also, if you are watching this on the replay and anything comes up, a question for you that is even unclear that I am saying, or that you didn't understand, or just in general, then type that in the comments as well, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So today, did you happen to get that guide that I created called Lavender Essential Oil? It was out on my personal page where you could sign up to get that document, or you can do it in the, I think, in the comments of the event. And it just gives you some specific information. We're going to cover that today, and a little note page at the back. So if you want to take some notes, it's a handy dandy place to do that. So today, lavender. And I want to know, first of all, did you know, fun fact, that there are over 46 different kinds of lavender? Yeah, I didn't know that either, but I learned. However, we're not going to go through all 46. We're just going to talk about two, one today and one tomorrow, probably tomorrow morning. I haven't set the exact time, but I'll get it posted so you know when, if you can join me. So, the first oil is lavender, and we know about lavender because probably fragrance. There's so many things that are fragranced out there with lavender. Soaps and lotions and all kinds of stuff. Maybe you have bought some types of oils that are lavender fragranced, or you have the essential oil. And it is known and separated from the other 46 kinds by its Latin name, and that's in the guide on page 3. It's called lavender, or lavandula angustifolia, or angustifolia. You can say it either way. So lavender is known in its Latin name as lavandula angustifolia. And that's when you know you have the oil that can do so many of these wonderful things. And there's 4 common things that most people know about. If you know what they are, or if you have an idea of what you know lavender does for you, type it in the comments. Let me know. And so, the first one that I want to say or put out there, I think everybody knows, is that it's commonly known for being a calming and a relaxing oil. And because it's calming and relaxing, a lot of people will use it to help them go to sleep at night. Smelling it through our olfactory nerves goes into the limbic system, and then we get a little geeky on science, and that's kind of stuff that I like. But it then immediately goes to the central nervous system to help calm your nerves, so it can make you more relaxed and comfortable. So, and in that same way, because it's calming the nervous system, it also helps calm stress and relax you in maybe high anxiety situations. But those are the most common ways, and those are listed there, of course, in that document if you've got that. And then let's talk about some of the things that lavender is also good for, but a lot of people don't know about this. But it goes hand in hand with the fact that it calms that nervous system. So, because it's calming and calming down the nervous system and the tissues in the body, it is anti-inflammatory, and a lot of people don't know that. When we calm down and relax, anything that's inflamed in our body will also calm down and relax. So lavender is known to do that, and that is something that helps with natural pain relief. So that's one uncommon use. People don't usually think of it being a pain relief. Sounds like I have a visitor. I've got Pistol has come to join me here live. I'm not going to pick him up because I might knock the table over. So in calming inflammation, think about what that can mean. So perhaps you get stung by a bee. My friend Kim Townsend, who is a beekeeper, she's joined us today. Hi, Kim. She is a master beekeeper and gets stung regularly, and I have been stung with her. Lavender is a great oil to use to put directly, immediately, right on that bee sting and help calm and soothe that sting and take away even the burning sensation. Cuts and scrapes, or I love it when I burn my hand on while I'm cooking or baking something. It is great to soothe that burn right away. A stiff and sore neck, or post-operative pain. Maybe you're hurting from having a recent surgery, and that can cause a lot of extra angst as well, and so lavender will help with that. We can look at headaches and swelling, muscles and joints that might be stiff and sore from over-exercise or overworking. That can help calm those joints down as well. So those are just some of the other uncommon uses with the natural pain relief that maybe you hadn't thought of. But if there's any kind of pain that you're having, it can help calm headaches. I would recommend, maybe in the back of your neck, or if you've got a headache here in this area, just to apply it to the temples. And we'll talk more about application methods too in another video later on. So we're going to just stay focused on the lavender. Inhaling. Inhaling is the #1 go-to as far as getting it into your system right away. Because going through the skin, it's going to take a little bit longer to get into the central nervous system and help calm those nerves down. Inhaling goes immediately into the brain and goes to that nervous system, so it goes a little bit quicker. So that's why inhalation is often the best way to go when you're going to use an essential oil. So here's another thing, respiratory support. Think about when you've got a sinus infection or a cold, or maybe you have some asthma. Those things are irritated by inflammation, or inflammation irritates and causes you all those symptoms that you're stuffy and you don't feel good. Doing some inhalation of lavender can help calm down that inflammation, and so it opens up those areas in your body that need that oxygen and lets you breathe better. So as respiratory help, I would have never thought about that. I don't really have much trouble with allergies, and I don't have asthma, so I hadn't thought much about it. And I have another oil that I go to immediately if I've got like a stuffy nose or something, but we can talk more about that oil later. But lavender, another one. This is why so many people use this oil. One of the reasons why somebody uses this oil in their kit. If you're trying to think of one oil to either try out for yourself or to invest in or add to your personal collection, lavender is the way to go. #1 oil. As you can see, there's so many uses for it, and it just allows you to try it out on so many different things. And we're not done yet. There's even more properties. It's antimicrobial. Did you know that? Yeah. Antimicrobial, what does that mean? And how many times have we heard about that in recent years? So lavender in research has been proven to fight against some bacteria and fungi and viral activity. So if you want to get deep into the science, it'll tell you about the specific things that it addresses and what it's really good for, but specifically based on the things they've done in research. But if you're dealing with maybe a toe fungus, and that happens frequently, dab a little lavender onto your toes. That will help calm the inflammation down. That is, anytime there is an issue in your body that is fighting inflammation, is always going to be there. And so lavender with its anti-inflammatory properties, and then with that extra fighting of antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral type properties, there you've got a whopper of an oil right there. There are a couple other items that I want to share with you that go hand in hand with that. So if we're fighting inflammation and those and is antimicrobial, then when we handle those things, how does our immune support respond? We have got a stronger immune support. We're building that immune system. And so lavender, simply inhaling lavender, could support your immune system. Now, maybe I should have said this at the very beginning of the video, but I'm going to say it right now. Essential oils are incredible. essential oils have been proven in research and in personal testimony to do a variety of things, different oils and different things. And here with talking with lavender, you see that it's pretty versatile. However, as I'm not a doctor and I am not a physical therapist and I am not a certified scientist, I'm just kind of an amateur one, don't take any advice I give you over a doctor's recommendations or any prescriptions that you are currently on. The nice thing about it is, because essential oils, as long as you're using pure and unadulterated oils and you know your source and you know where you're getting them, where the company, not just the company itself, but where the company is sourcing those oils, and you can trust that they're pure and unadulterated, then you can use them in conjunction with your prescription medication. There are very few contraindications or conflicts of those essential oils with your medications. So I'm getting rather wordy and detailed. I hope some of this information has been helpful. I could go on and on about essential oils and lavender in particular. Oh, I forgot to let you know. Did you know it can also help with digestion and nausea and belly cramps? And not just belly cramps coming from like having eaten something that doesn't sit with you well, but women, when you're dealing with those cramps once a month, lavender can help soothe that. Remember, anti-inflammatory, cramping, releasing the cramping and releasing that anti-inflammatory, that inflammatory response will then help ease all of that, some of that pain that you might be experiencing. So try that out. So hopefully some of this information helps you. Maybe it has intrigued you. Maybe you have discovered something brand new about lavender, Latin name Lavandula angustifolia or angustifolia. And if you have questions about some of the things that I said today, or maybe I rushed through something and it was unclear, let me know. We're going to do this regularly so I can introduce you to a variety of oils. Lavender, my favorite, because it's a go-to oil for whatever you might possibly want to use it for, as you can tell with all the different things that I shared with you today. And I also want you to know too that if you have questions about where to get oils, I'll happily share with you the two companies I work with because of the research I've done and what I know about their sourcing and how they handle, even down to the distillation and the way they do things to keep the oils pure and unadulterated. I will share that with you. I will be creating, as we go along, some more information that you can download, or short videos about just those companies or knowing where you can get your oils and that kind of thing. So there's so much information. Again, I'm getting a little talky here because I just enjoy talking about it. But our focus today, lavender, Lavandula angustifolia. And tomorrow we're going to talk about the second lavender. It's called spike lavender. And spike lavender is kind of opposite in its personality and behavior from lavender that we talked about today.